Okay, so now that I have my sea moss soaking in some water, this is how it looks when it gets wet. Okay. And as you know, sea moss is a live organism that's from the ocean, from the sea, and it is made up of a little over 97 vitamins and minerals. And consuming this is going to be beneficial for your health. So usually I put lemons in it while it's soaking and cleansing, but I'm out of lemons, so we're going to use a lime. And I'm going to cut this lime up and put it in there and let it soak in there with it. So you can use as many as you want, but I'm just using just one lime and just cutting it in threes for now. And just sit it in there with it and let it soak for a little while until it soak up all the water. And I'll be back as that soak and sit. Okay, so now the sea moss has been soaking in the water for quite a few hours, and as you see, it has absorbed a lot of the water, and I will show you all the difference. Unsoaked sea moss, soaked sea moss. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna strain the excess sea moss water, and you can utilize that to water your plants, which I'm going to go ahead and give my plants a little bit of water, a little bit of sea moss water, and we're going to start the blending process. Okay, so now we have rinsed the sea moss and drained the sea moss water for the plants. What I do is I just place the sea moss right in the blender. Usually it helps if you just put a little by little, depending on what type of blender you have. So since I don't have a powerful Ninja, the Ninjas are very great to utilize when blending and preparing the sea moss. So with this blender that I have, I'm just going to use a little bit at a time. And usually sometimes when you are blending your sea moss, a lot of times you may want to add some water. What I'm going to do with this blend, I'm going to put a little bit of my herbal tea extract. And with this tea that I made, it has oranges, hawthorn leaf, elderberry, and also some lion's mane. And although sea moss is made up of a little over 97 vitamins and minerals, I still like to add a little bit of extra something. All right, so what I'm going to do is just pour a little bit of the extract tea in there, get that blended up. And I'm going to just start with So yeah, one thing I want to say when you start to blend up your sea moss, if you haven't done this before, it usually looks like it's not going to form into a substance, like the liquid is not going to solidify, but the more you continue to blend, the more you will see the substance come together. And so I'm going to add the rest of it. What you want to do, you want to get it to a consistency where it's almost like applesauce. And see, it's almost like applesauce. It's at a good consistency, right? It's actually there, but I think I'm going to blend it a little more. And I'm going to add, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more water. And I'm going to add a little bit of more cinnamon in the blend, because I put some cinnamon in the tea mixture, but a little bit more cinnamon isn't going to hurt anybody. Okay, and as you see, is at a good consistency. So you want to store this in a refrigerator after you complete the process. And it can store in the refrigerator for at least up to, I want to say, about 3 weeks, give or take, depending on how much you intake, how much you scoop. And usually it's 1 to 2 tablespoons a day. Most people just do 1. So it all depends on you and your family size and however much you want to consume. So you just store it in whatever container you have. Sometimes I use a mason jar, but this container will do just fine today. And you want to make sure you get all of that. If not, just scoop it out with a spoon and take your first dose. And there you have it. Sea moss. And my sea moss looks a lot more like applesauce, and it's a little darker than usual. But you know, a lot of people infuse sea moss with different flavors, different fruits, and you know, such. But this is the color from the tea extract that I utilize, so that's why this coloration looks a little bit yellow orange, close to applesauce. Yeah, so there you have it.